Hello everybody, my name is Eglantine, and welcome to Video Do's and Don'ts. Today, we're going to be talking about setting the stage. That is, figuring out all the physical aspects so that you can get on with filming your videos. We'll be discussing where to film, light, sound quality, and a bit about cameras and apps. So, let's start with finding a good place to film. Finding a good place to film is vital because it's your background for everything. It's what draws in viewers and therefore subscribers and gets more views. Do find a good flat place to film. After all, you don't want your pets sliding all over if you're filming on the couch or, falling over because they can't stand up. So do find somewhere flat. A lot of people say you should find somewhere with a white ground to film on. Though this does make your videos look nicer, it's not completely necessary. You can film on floors as well. Personally, I think wood floors look better than carpeted floors, but if carpet's all you have, then by all means you're allowed to film on that. Next, have a nice, relatively neutral background. You don't want to see clutter in your background, so do not use something like this. Do not ever have a background like this. Look, this has absolutely nothing to do with the video I'm filming. I mean, let's say, if this were a set, this would be fine, but for this video, you don't want a background like this because it draws people's attention away from whatever's happening right here. They start looking over there, they say, "Oh, what's that? Oh, what's that? Oh, is that wrapping paper?" Well, you don't want people to do that because then they're not paying attention to you. So, have a neutral background if you need one. So, yeah. Also, do not limit yourself to buildings. If you have, let's say, the LPS Get Better Center, and that's your house, well, you can use that for the outside of the house, but you don't need to confine your house to just the inside. You can create rooms outside of the boundaries of that house. Let's see an example of that. Wow, what a cool-looking castle! Yeah, let's go inside! Wow, look at this throne room! They even have unicorns! Speaking of buildings, make sure you have props in your videos. You may not have a lot of LPS accessories, but you might have some other toys you can use, or you can improvise, or if you really don't have anything, just do something that doesn't require props. You can use trees and stuff to make a park, or maybe a couch and a chair to make a living room. If your pets are just always parading around on something like this, and we're supposed to believe that they're at school and at home, at the grocery store, and whatever, then I want to be able to tell that they're there. I don't want you to have to tell me as the narrator. So now let's talk about light. It's generally agreed upon that natural light is, well, the best looking light in videos, and in this case, I do have to agree. You want to make sure your videos are well lit. That's one of the biggest things for me is if a video isn't well lit, then I don't want to watch it because I can't see what's going on or it just doesn't look, well, good to me. Now, if you don't have natural light and you use artificial light, well, that can work. It's best if you can use white artificial light because most artificial light just makes your pets look sort of yellow and you don't want that. But, I mean, right now, where I am, it's wintertime and awfully cloudy out, so we don't get a lot of good, lots of natural light, so I might have to use some artificial light. And you can do that just Well, just make sure your videos look good. Experiment with some lights, but there is such a thing as too much light. You don't want to film in front of a window like this one, because then you can't see your pets' faces. You can only see their silhouettes, really. So don't film directly in front of a window. You can film near one, but not directly in front of one. Here's another example of some bad lighting. Don't you think it's a nice day, Darwin?
Yeah, I do, Valentina. It's a really nice day.
Oh, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Sound. If you can't hear what your pets are saying, well, then what's to stop viewers from just not watching your video? You want to make sure that your voice is clear. If you have an accent or a speech impediment, you can always use subtitles or closed captions on your videos to help people understand your videos. But the really important thing is to make sure that you don't mumble or murmur unless your pets are not supposed to understand what someone else is saying. So just make sure that you are loud, and also make sure that there's no background noise. If we can hear your parents talking or your siblings arguing with the TV in the background, then the video just becomes really distracting because you can't understand necessarily what your pets are saying. You're being distracted by the other noises saying, "Oh, what's happening? What's the TV saying? What show is it?" So do make sure you are in a relatively quiet place. Even if your house is normally very loud, you could try to aim to film during a time when the loudest people are out of the house. Or you can ask your family if they can stay in one spot of the house, or try to be quiet so that you can film. So there are ways around it. Film in a nice isolated place, and don't film where all the people are. If you do want to use music, your best bet is to probably add it through either an app or to put it in during a video editing software, or basically put it in after you film the video. Putting in music in the background as your background music, it doesn't really work well. So, for example, for this video, if I wanted to have Jingle Bells playing in the background, then I should not set up my iPod somewhere near me playing Jingle Bells. You should film your video, then take Jingle Bells, put it in your video through an app or through video editing software. Not all people have the ability to do this just because of the software or the app they're using. If you can't, a lot of people say you need to use music. The truth is, it does make your videos more appealing, but you can do it without music. You can do it without music, so don't get down because of that. For apps, I use VideoFX on my iPod. You can use that on any Apple device. For my music videos, I use VideoStar. That's also for any Apple device. For my Android device, which I'm currently making this video on, I use VideoShow. All three of those apps are free and pretty easy to use, so I recommend you check them out. VideoStar and VideoFX have tons of effects you can use, and VideoShow allows you to move your clips around and add some background music, ones that you already have on your phone, and a few that come with the app, again, all free. There are some effects on VideoFX and VideoStar that you need to buy with money, but most of them are free, so those are the apps that I would recommend. There may be some others that are good, but those are the ones that I personally use. If you have any suggestions for apps, feel free to tell me, and I will check them out. Let's shift gears and talk about cameras. A lot of people say that you need a really special camera to make videos. The truth is, most people's smartphones, iPods, iPhones, iPads, those will all work pretty well with the good software with. So you don't need a fancy camera per se. Now, having a good camera that you know how to use properly can definitely make the quality of your videos much better and maybe draw in more viewers, but you don't need a camera. And if you're saying, oh, I really want a camera to make my videos better, I can't afford one, this is unfair, you can always ask for one for Christmas, for your birthday, for whatever, or save up allowance, save up birthday money, or try to get one secondhand. Some people or families might actually have a camera that you can use, so you can borrow one from a friend. Just ask if your family has a camera in the house, because mine did. It broke, but I did make 2 videos with it. So, cameras. You don't need a fancy one. It's nice to, but you don't need one. Now, what about apps? Oh, and speaking of making your videos look good, one of the most important parts of your video is moving your LPS around, and you do that via your hands. So, how you're holding your LPS, we'll cover that in a whole separate video. Some people have recently been trying the hands-free method, but if you do use the hands-on method, then I think it's very important to make sure that your hands and nails are clean. Some people say you should get a manicure or paint your nails. I think as long as your nails look relatively nice, it's fine. Personally, if you do paint your nails and they have designs on them or words or something that actually distracts me from the video, and if the nails are chipping, that also distracts me. So if you do have your nails painted, make sure it's a relatively simple, so that it's not taking away from your pets, maybe just one color or a stripe or a French manicure or something. Don't make it too complicated to distract from your pets. And if your nails are chipping and don't look good, then take the nail polish off with nail polish remover. It's easy to do. So that's my take on hands for the hands-on method. Let's discuss what we talked about in this video. Do find a good flat place to film. Do have a good neutral background unless it adds to your story. Do use props that relate to what's going on. Do have lots of natural light if you can. Don't film directly in front of a window. Do speak clearly and loudly. Do use music if you can. Don't use music in the background. Do add it during editing. Do use a good app to film your videos. You don't need to use a fancy camera. Do film in a quiet place. Do make sure your nails are clean. You don't have to paint them fancily. Is that everything? I think that's everything. If I miss anything, please comment down below and I'll address it in a later video. So there you have it. You've set the stage for filming. Now you have to figure out your story, what LPS to use, and all of that. So I guess I'll see you next time on Video Do's and Don'ts. Please comment down below on what I should address in my next video. Sorry that I don't have it ahead of time, guys, but hopefully I will post another video soon. Hope you enjoyed. Like if you liked it. Comment if you have anything to say or feedback or just want to say something. Subscribe if you want to see more of these videos. And if you don't subscribe, well, that's fine too. I'm Eglantine, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye.